morning, Gators. I'm Amina.
And I'm Cole, and welcome back to another edition of Swamp Talk.
Gators, are you bored? Check out our Land O'Lakes library. They have a number of virtual and curbside programs for all ages. They also have databases available with your Pasco County Library card for research. So let's move on to something else that can help you in 2021. A lot of you may be looking to get your first car or even get a different car this year. Here is some help from Tyler and Max.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Car Corner. Today we're doing something called Buy This, Not That, where we carefully picked 4 good cars for high schoolers to buy and 4 not so good cars for high schoolers to buy. We'll be looking at 5 different things: price, safety, equipment, performance, fuel economy, and reliability, judged on 5 different levels. The first 2 options to consider are the mid-size Toyota Camry and compact Toyota Corolla. These 2 cars have been top sellers for decades, and there's a good reason for that. Toyota builds some of the most reliable cars in the world, packed with the latest safety equipment, excellent crash test ratings across the board, and engines that don't particularly punch above their weight in performance but are by no means slow. Fuel economy is great for both cars. On the used market, though, expect to pay a little more for one as their reputation keeps the resale value relatively high for the segments they're in. A car we recommend is buying the Mazda 3. Consumer Reports has ranked Mazda near the top in reliability, and it scores perfect across the board in crash tests. Engine power is good for the segment, build quality is excellent, and fuel economy is on par with rivals. The downfall is its price, but you'll have to go see for yourself if it's worth your money.
Next, we recommend you to avoid the Jeep Renegade and Fiat 500X. They're built by the same company in the same factory and unfortunately share identical issues. Their engines are known for major problems, build quality is lackluster, fancy safety equipment isn't available, and they're priced high for their segment. On a positive note, performance and fuel economy are on par with similarly sized rivals.
And next week, we will finish our list of cars to and not to buy. Also, I have a surprise for you. Our logo has been updated. Mr. Mellon sent this to all of our teachers yesterday, and, well, I like it.
Wow, Tyler Max, I didn't know that. Thank you. Seniors, the application for Pasco Education Foundation scholarships is due at the end of the month. Now, on to Reggie and Michael for our weekly sports.
What's up, Gators? I'm Reggie.
And I'm Michael, and we're back with some more sports updates.
Next Monday, the 19th, and next Tuesday, the 20th, softball tryouts will be here.
Also, January 25th starts track practice.
Tonight, our boys soccer team travels to take on Mitchell at 8 p.m.
Also, next Tuesday and Wednesday are tennis tryouts, the 19th and the 20th.
The girls begin at 2:30 on Tuesday, and the boys begin at 3:45 on Wednesday.
Last Tuesday, our boys basketball team took on Cypress Creek, and now here are some highlights from the game. Tonight, our basketball team takes on Wesley Chapel here at the Swamp at 7:30.
Now to Owen with some competition cheer updates.
The Gators cheer team just finished up competing at regionals and have earned their place at states. States will take place January 22nd and 23rd in Lakeland, Florida. Showcased in this video is the team upgrading and modifying their new routine as they prepare for their competition. Good luck, Gators.
See you next time. Go Gators!
Thank you, Reggie and Michael.
Our softball team will be holding tryouts Monday, the 18th at 10 a.m. and after school on Tuesday, the 19th. You must have an athletic paperwork turned in before tryouts. If you have any questions, contact Coach Wilkins in room 801.
2020 might have been the weirdest year yet, but through the chaos, there was humor. So let's go to Delaney with a summary of 2020 in memes.
2020? What a year. The lockdown, the virus, and the schools getting shut down. It wasn't a great year, I'll admit that. Well, everybody knows that. But the memes, they stand above all the rest. How was 2020? I'll break it down for you. Oh, there was a virus outbreak. Australia was on fire. We lost Kobe Bryant. But we had some great memes. And there were many toilet paper outages that I still don't understand why. Oh, and the murder hornets. They never came. What's up with that? Even the presidential election was chaotic. I remember before the quarantine. Great times. Remember how we all cheered, yay, a longer spring break. Then we ended up staying at home for the rest of the year. So, here's to hoping that 2021 is way better than 2020.
Oh, thank you, Delaney. What a segment. School Choice is now open through January 21st, 2021 at 4:30 p.m. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is Monday, January 18th.
Martin Luther King Jr. was born on January 15, 1929 in Atlanta, Georgia. As the leader of the civil rights movement in the 1960s, he began his quest towards equality with his involvement in the Montgomery bus boycott in 1955. He then went on to organize a protest in Birmingham, Alabama, where protesters were met with fire hoses and dogs from Birmingham police. Events like this brought more awareness and support to the movement. And on August 28, 1963, Martin Luther King gave his now famous I Have a Dream speech at the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. After the Civil Rights Act of 1964, King organized and led a march in Selma, Alabama in an effort to increase the percentage of African American voters in Alabama. Protesters were once again met with violence by police, and this march would ultimately help to pass the Voting Rights Act of 1965. 2 years later, in the early morning of April 4, 1968, King was shot and killed. After King's assassination, there was an overwhelming amount of social unrest in the United States, which led to multiple riots from April 4, 1968 to May 27th. A similar social unrest is still being felt today in the wake of the Black Lives Matter movement. Though immense progress has been made, there is still so much more that needs to be done. Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy still lives on in his memorial in Washington, D.C., that was put up in 2011 with the quote, "Out of the mountain of despair, the stone of hope." Happy MLK Day, Gators.
Thank you, Gabby. Seniors, there's a link on our school's website for the Herff Jones graduation catalog. You can order announcements, caps, and gowns here.
The Tampa Bay Bucks are still surviving their quest for the Super Bowl. The Bucks are trying to be the first team ever to play the Super Bowl in their home stadium. The Bucks beat the Washington football team 31-20 and will now play their division rival, the New Orleans Saints. The Saints and the Bucks have met 2 times this season, and the Saints won by both matchups by a healthy margin. Week 1, the Saints won at 36-23, and the second time they met, the Saints embarrassed them 38-3 in a primetime Week 9 game. It is hard for a team to win 3 in a row, so anything is possible. I believe the Bucks will come away with this victory. Surprisingly, this is the first time Brady and Brees met in a playoff game. This could be also Drew Brees' last game. The game is in New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome this Sunday at 6:40.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter at LOLHS Journalism and on Instagram at Lando Journalism. Have a great day, Gators.
Well, Gators, that's all for today's show.